Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Monkie Kid Maze Dragon Jet or Mize Dragon Jet. This is set number 80041. It has 246 pieces, and I paid $20 for this set. I think this set has been on sale on the Lego Group's official website in the past. I'm not positive. This is, as far as I know, the first Monkie Kid set I'll be looking at, not only just on my YouTube channel, but also I think ever in my life. I believe I have a Monkie Kid minifig that I think I got from Duck Bricks, like one of the Duck Bricks whatnot auctions a while back. So I'll have to go look for that because I thought it was a really interesting minifigure. And I decided to pick this up just to get a change of, just change it up a little bit. It also looked like there's some interesting stuff in here. It does have things in it that remind me very much of Ninjago. I really like Ninjago. I wasn't big in that theme for most of my life, but I've really been enjoying it. And there's actually some new Ninjago stuff, a couple mechs and some other stuff that came out on January 1st as well that I'll be looking at in the near future. But I did pick this up and wanted to take a look at it. So in this video, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put this together and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I'll speed the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego Monkie Kid Mize Dragon Jet set, I just wanted to say thanks for watching and then remind you that if you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. That stuff helps me a lot. Start off here with the minifigures right away in the first bag, and then we have some side buildy type stuff. So we build like a kind of almost a cannon with a stud shooter / tile shooter built into it. We build this little like jet flyer or kind of this little glider almost, which seems like a side build thing, but then actually becomes a more of part of the set. And now we're on to building the Dragon Jet. This was really interesting. Good use of brackets here and some nice design stuff and piece usages all the way around the kind of whole kind of core of this thing, and I talk about that more, but the part we just added to it was kind of on the bottom as far as I can tell, and that's something that's kind of unique, but that's because there's some special things that this set has the ability to do, especially in combination with another set from Monkie Kid. So I ended up really enjoying this, and I go into that in more depth in my full review. So now on to my review for this set. Okay, so this is the Lego Monkie Kid Maze or Mize Dragon Jet set. This is really interesting. It's about what it looks like on the box, but there's some cool building techniques in here. Overall, I felt like it was fun. It was some stuff that I hadn't necessarily seen before, and the end effect is pretty nice. And so, yeah, I think this is definitely a theme I would return to in the future, and I like this. But the first thing we will take a look at is the the minifigures here. So the first one we'll look at, this is the character May or Mai. So they have this nice sword with the white dragon head hilt there, white torso, but a very, very detailed gold printed kind of torso there with tons of little detail and the kind of metallic reflective stuff there. There is printing on the midsection, onto the legs, printing on the legs there as well, nothing on the arms. They have this pauldron piece there, which is pretty standard. The hair, as far as I can tell, is not dual molded. It seems to be a kind of unique hair piece, but then has some printing there on the side. The back of the torso is very detailed as well for this kind of dragon armor looking thing. And then this character does have an alternate face, which I thought was really cool. because it looks like they have kind of an extra kind of thing around their eye there, some technology or something, which is cool to get the alternate face for that character. So I think that's a really good minifigure. And then we have a couple other ones. We have one that's called an Ink Demon and one that's called an Ink General. And I'm not sure which one is which, but I will just start with this one. This is one of the Ink characters here. So there's a black bow, has one of the black minifigure hand accessories that you can flick out as a projectile there, which is cool. I do like the color choice for their hands. It matches sort of the torso here. Some really gold and really fine details in the torso. The head is also printed on like a black minifigure head there. This one has a kind of unique hairpiece. Nothing on the back of the head there. Back of the torso is very cool, and there is kind of something as if this looks almost like Venomized, where like ink is kind of going over and overlapping some of the armor there, which is true on the face and on the front of the torso too. Nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs there. And then the other one we have is another ink character, and again they have one of those black kind of splats, ink splat projectile pieces there. This one, I think, as far as I could tell, has the same headpiece, little different hair style here, different accessory with this torch. The torso looks largely the same, but different pauldrons. The other one didn't even have pauldrons, but that's unique. And then it has this dual molded kind of leg piece here that's not a leg, but I've seen this piece used similarly in like Ninjago stuff, but never with the black and clear. I think this is really, really cool. I think it's a great look. It's kind of spooky. It's kind of unique. So I really like that. Back of the torso is very much the same. So that is pretty cool. I don't know if I have really many, if any, of these just purely black blasts here, which I have like white, and I have just translucent ones from different characters, but these are pretty cool, and I like these, the inkified kind of villains there. There are, in the graphic design way, some similarities to Ninjago, and I think, as far as influences go on the sort of aesthetic choices for these series, there's probably some overlap, but I can't speak on that for certain. Then we have some side buildy type stuff. So first we have this cannon, which is a stud shooter here. So gold stud shooter, does have the trigger there, little flame on the back, which is nice, does have some angle here. These aren't really wheels, but they kind of are. I think for the most part I would have to loosen this up a little bit to really get these to roll, and then even then I don't know if they would, but that's certainly what they're supposed to represent. And this is pretty nice, pretty small. It can't be angled super high or change the angle necessarily, but it just has bigger wheels up front, smaller wheels at the back to get that angle there, and it fires black ink studs there, so you get a couple extra of those to launch out of there. And I would say this is another kind of side buildy thing here, and I would say you could put the extra studs in there, and this looks to me like a barrel. And then I don't know what this is supposed to be. There's kind of a black bar, a cone piece here, just a stud there. Maybe these are kind of ink stuff overflowing here, and that could be fine as well. So that's kind of the side buildy stuff. There actually is another side build, which is a is a smaller thing. You do build it from the first bag of pieces, but then it attaches to the main set in a big way. So there's this kind of little glider or flyer here, has some translucent up there. Nice kind of use of this hinge piece for like decoration or for like greebly details there, which is nice. Some of these like sai or these three-pronged blades there at the front. We have the yoke or the steering here, and it's a very small build but very nice. And looking at the back, we have a axle hole there for Technic brick, and so May can, operate this and fly around and whatever else, and that makes sense. So that's pretty cool, and I like to see that. But then the rest of the set is this dragon jet here, I believe it's called, and I thought this was really nice. So color scheme wise, I do really like the white and kind of like the greens and golds and different things that are going on in here. One of my favorite Ninjago characters, I think, is Zane. Is that the white one? I think so. And like Sora, actually, the newer one from Dragon's Rising has kind of like a white and coral and like purple and different stuff going on, I think. I tend to like those a lot. So this kind of fits in with that. This is a nice color scheme that speaks to me. There are stickers on this set, so none in any of the kind of stuff over here, but there are several on this, so I'll point those out right away. One here on this piece, same on the other side. A slightly different sticker here on the same type of piece. On the side we have a Nexonite shield with like a dragon head there. That is a sticker. On the other side we have kind of like the mirror image of that. This control panel kind of thing is a sticker as well. And then on these bigger pieces back here, that is a sticker too. So this is really, really cool. It's super sleek. It's, not very big, but it does have a bigger kind of visual weight to it once it's all put together. Like the base of this thing was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, and then we actually build it out in kind of some interesting ways, clipping things together kind of uniquely, and so on. So that's really, really neat. At the front, we have maybe some stuff that could be like opened up here. We have some stud shooters on the side that can be angled. They can't be like turned necessarily, but they can be angled up and down, which is very nice. We have the same kind of piece here, but the translucent one, which is kind of the windscreen or the canopy for this jet, and that can kind of be done like that, which I think is very nice. And we can put these down. We have these kind of wings that can be like articulated a little bit here, which is pretty cool. We also have these ones that can be articulated here. These can be turned or whatever else. So I think there's like a lot of different things. I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to look, but a lot of the official images have these kind of tucked back like that. But it is cool that you can kind of turn those very easily. You can see this exposed axle back here by this translucent round brick, and that is actually where this flyer glider kind of attaches, and it really works to kind of finish that off. It feels really nice there. It's easy to remove, easy to put back on, and when it's on there, the overall look is a lot better, in my opinion. I thought the connection for kind of the front area of this was somewhat unique. You like clip some stuff on and then put it down and clip it on. I thought there was some nice like bracket usage building on the side, which is pretty standard, but then had some cool stuff to connect everything. And then I thought like all of this stuff underneath here feels like very finished and feels very nice, just like these gold rails here with the clipped pieces and the stuff down here, some of the translucent bricks that are used. And I feel like I don't always see stuff like feel like this on the underside, and I think there's kind of a unique reason for that, because when I looked at the box, this set can be combined with another Monkie Kid set, and so I believe it's like you can transform it into a kind of mech of some sort with this other Monkie Kid mech and attach it. So these things that are on the bottom here would actually like separate off and like loop around, and then this would be on there, and then this would kind of unclip and tilt back, something like that, and maybe turn these around, and a few other little things here to alternate this. So this becomes almost like a jetpack for the mech here, which is really great. And I actually think that's kind of something that is sort of coming to Ninjago as well. There's already like Naya's or Nia's like, or no, there's she has her samurai mech thing, the big one that I've built. I don't know if I ever talked about it on this channel, but there's also like the Ultra Combo mech, which has like a transforming quality to it where it's just like Ninjago characters' vehicles. They can all be kind of disassembled briefly or lightly, disassembled and reassembled into a big mech. And then now the new mechs for Ninjago, there's three. There's like Cole's Earth mech, there's a Sora mech, and there's another one, Lloyd or Aaron or somebody. And I do have all of those. They'll be covering those in the future, but those have a kind of modularity to them where you can take an arm or a leg from one of the other ones and kind of add it to the other one there. And I think that there's an element of that in this as well. I do not have the other set there from the Monkey Kid, that like Monkey Kid mech set, but maybe I will look into getting that just to see how these interact together. But even in this set alone, I do think like adding this stuff down here was really unique as far as a build experience goes, but also like visually it looks a lot more complete and well-rounded there. It doesn't feel like the standard bottom of a set that I would typically see. And, overall, I think this is a pretty cool design. I think I've looked at a Ninjago jet from a while back that had some similarities, but overall this feels like very economical. Like there's not that many pieces in here. There's pieces used up in side builds, which I don't typically like. There are some bigger pieces, which is nice. These are kind of cool with like the cloud spirals for these big translucent blades there. And these pieces that are sometimes used as leaves in different sets. I think the and just other stuff. Those are used really nicely. A lot of the connections are really good. And yeah, the transforming aspect of everything and how like this can be taken off in its own little thing and these can all be kind of moved around and this can be changed, I think is a pretty unique approach to a set that I don't always see. I mean, the other thing that I think of is the Optimus Prime set, which is another one I haven't featured on the channel yet, but one that I have built and done. And, there's something really, really enjoyable about this to me. So I think this is great, and as far as adding a new theme to my interest level for Lego, I already kind of look at a lot of different themes. Some I like more than others, but I do like to kind of have a wide cast a wide net of sets that I want to talk about, sets that I would like to build and have some time with. And this was kind of a long time coming. I think this is a great entry-level set for someone like me. I know there's some Monkey Kid sets that are like really good price per piece ratios, some different Temple ones that are, bigger sets but have like couple thousand pieces and the the price of the set at the end of the day is actually pretty reasonable, and maybe that's something that I'll cover down the line. I think I am very interested in getting the mech that is supposed to combo with this to see what that's like, so I think at the very least I'll look at that in the future. But I could see myself looking at more Monkey Kid stuff. I quite enjoyed this and I think there's a lot of potential here, so very good. I like it. I will show the extra pieces here. So we get some extra gold, extra flame pieces here, the stud shooter, tile shooter, trigger, the sai, the spire, gold bar, black barb here. Just your 1x1s, your studs, your tiles, your little pieces there. And so that's all very good. This set is 246 pieces. It is $20. You get 3 minifigures, quite good. I think the main character here is good. Midsection printing, leg printing, the alternate face with special printing, the printing on the hair. As far as like Monkey Kid figures go, this may be a super common one. I don't know how many different variations there are or something, but I think this is a really high quality minifigure, on par with a lot of Ninjago stuff, I would say. So that's very good. And then as far as these ink characters go, I really like the kind of substitution for the legs here and kind of this spectral kind of tail, or I don't know what to call that. I think that's pretty good. The faces and torsos are pretty good. The accessories are all right. So I think the minifigures here are very cool. They're not IP related as much as far as I know. Monkey Kid is like a Lego owned IP, kind of like Ninjago and Dreams and things from the past, Nexo Knights and whatever else. Some good accessories over here. I think the side build stuff, this is fine. Occasionally Ninjago sets will have stuff similar to like this. I think it's important to have things for what I am considering the villain characters of this series to interact with, and I think that's important. And here's like, they don't eat up too much pieces. They're fine looking, and it's good to have those. So I do like that these ink characters can have more to interact with and more agency rather than just being cannon fodder or targets. So that's kind of nice. And then the main build I really enjoyed. I think it's super cool looking. The stickers don't bother me too much, and they were easy enough to put on. I would have liked, like, on 1x2 little slopes like this. I don't love stickers on there, and Lego already prints so many different versions of like dashboards and screens and whatever, all sorts of different stuff on that similar kind of piece. Maybe not on that color necessarily, but on that kind of piece. So if that would have been printed, that would have been great. But the rest of these things, not a huge issue for me, and they do add a nice little bit of detail there that I appreciate. Overall, this is really good, and I think, almost 250 pieces, 246 pieces for $20 feels pretty good in 2024. Now, I think this is a 2023 or 2022 release. It's probably been out for a little while. I want to say this has been on sale from Lego directly in the past. I know occasionally there have been some Monkey Kid sets that have gone on sale that I'm like always so close to getting, and then I choose something else a lot of the time, but now that may change. So I don't know if this is ever on sale. Yeah, if I could get this for $16, like 20% off, that would feel really great. I actually think that would be kind of a tremendous value for the quality of minifigures here, the quality of the build, and even some of the bigger pieces and stuff like that. So this is really nice. I think $20 is about right, actually, and so any less than that would be great, but doesn't feel too bad in my opinion. So I really like this. It was a fun entry to the Monkey Kid theme for me. So very nice. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more Monkey Kid possibly, and then just more of tons of other Lego themes, all different sets, all different shape, size, price point, piece count, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss those. I mentioned in this one I have a lot of the newest Ninjago mechs that I'll be covering eventually, and mixing and matching those and all that good stuff, and a bunch of other videos. So subscribing helps me a lot, and I appreciate it. If you want to support this channel, you can do that right here on YouTube with membership, supers, and thanks. And I still have the Patreon. It's linked in the video description, linked on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. Again, that stuff really helps me a lot, and I'm going to keep trying to do some exclusive content for those people and everything else, but it just means the world to me. So thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.